Every single day, the city of Boston grows more diverse. The city is a minority-majority city where more than 53% of all of its residents are now non-white. Many of these newcomers to the city come here speaking another language, and most, if not all, make learning English a priority. But they need assistance, and that's where English for New Bostonians is making a major impact. With the simple mission of increasing access to English language learning opportunities for immigrants, English for New Bostonians plays a major role in helping to close the proverbial language barrier. Founded in 2001, the program has become a critical tool for immigrant families to attain educational and economic success in Massachusetts. To tell us more about English for New Bostonians, we've invited its executive director, Claudia Green. Also with us, Jimmy Liang, founder and CEO of JP Fuji Group, the largest operating Pan-Asian restaurant group in the Northeast with 10 restaurants in the Metro Boston area. Jimmy is an award recipient of tomorrow morning's English for New Bostonians breakfast, and he offers an ESOL program for these employees. And welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in. ESOL is for English speaking...
For speakers of other languages.
For English speakers of other languages. Okay. Claudia, talk to me a little bit, start things off with just some more details on English for New Bostonians and the role that you play in helping immigrants learn English.
English for New Bostonians helps make English classes for immigrants to the city, makes those classes possible. So we support community organizations from very small grassroots community-based organizations to large human service, multi-service organizations to provide English classes for limited English speakers in the city. And so we support those programs. We actually raise money from the city of Boston and from private foundations and from individual donors and corporations, and we pass that through to those organizations to run English classes, daytime, evening, weekends, whenever people can get there. And then we also provide a lot of support, training, technical assistance to those organizations, to the teachers, to make them the highest quality possible. And then we also run a statewide English Works campaign where we're really trying to improve the system statewide of offering these high quality English language opportunities. And that's where how we connect with employers. We really try to reach out to businesses that have limited English speaking employees to try to offer them resources and help them to be able to offer English classes to their employees.
Okay, Jimmy Liang, you're a successful entrepreneur. Beginning at age 19, you've been involved in politics, and you're an employer of many people who really do benefit from the opportunities to learn English. So you employ many immigrants. I guess talk to me about the importance of learning English for these new Bostonians.
Well, I think learning English for a lot of new immigrants, I believe it's a priority. My family is a family of immigrants. And I myself have gone through the same process as a lot of these immigrants are going through right now. I remember as a child I was the sole translator for my family, and I knew that even with me translating for my family, it actually made a huge impact on the quality of life for the rest of my family members. I would, as a little boy, I remember I would go up the street to the neighborhood pharmacy with my grandfather and pay bills, but even something as simple as paying bills, you need to be able to speak to them. I was also the kid that took some of my relatives as soon as they came over here to take them to the Social Security office, again to help them translate in acquiring a Social Security card, a green card, so on and so forth. So it's, and so I believe through personal experience, I believe that a lot of new immigrants could definitely benefit from this.
Well, so you were the family translator then?
I was, yeah.
Now, Claudia, Jimmy's going to be the recipient of tomorrow's breakfast. Talk to me a little bit about tomorrow morning, why you're honoring Jimmy, and what's going to be happening tomorrow.
Well, we are really excited. Tomorrow morning we do an event each year called Raising Our Voices, recognizing ESOL leadership and business in the community. And in preparation for this event, we actually run a statewide nomination process, and we ask folks around the state to let us know which employers are supporting English classes for their employees. And we we get lots of nominations from around the state, and so JP Fuji Group is one of 9 workforce leaders that is receiving the award. So they're business and labor management partnerships, and we're so excited. The goal of this event is to really let other businesses know that that this is a great opportunity, and that, you know, if businesses like JP Fuji can do it, they can do it too, and there are resources available. We're also recognizing several agents of change, we call them, people who are really making a difference to help build the ESL system, opening the door for new immigrants to learn English. So those agents of change, and then we have a Rising Star Student Award. We're also releasing a couple new research reports about the English language needs in the workforce.
Now, Jimmy, when folks come here to the United States, come here to Boston, I guess I assume most of them, they want to learn the language. I mean, learning that language, that's what's going to give you the quickest boost here in this country, is it not?
It absolutely is, but unfortunately, the first priority for a lot of new immigrants is to actually try to make a couple bucks and put food on the table and shelter over their heads. And so for the fortunate ones that don't have to focus on that, yes, they could probably go and seek out these classes. But for a lot of folks with those concerns and also raising a family, the time that they have to try to learn English, it's a little tough. Like my parents, it was a little tough growing up.
Now, Claudia, I would imagine as the demographics continue to change here, immigrants continue to come in, I guess the opportunities to learn English are just growing at leaps and bounds, I would imagine.
That is true. It's been true since we started in 2001, and it's true today. Our programs serve about 1,200 people across the city each year, which is about a third to a quarter of all those who are in English classes in the city of Boston. But there's probably another, 7,000-8,000 who are in need of classes, and altogether there are probably close to 60,000 people who have limited English skills in the city of Boston. So the need is great. Statewide, we serve only about 5% of the people who need English classes. So our job is ongoing. We try to make a dent, and we're trying to build leadership and opportunities, and that's what we really recognize at this breakfast.
Okay, Jimmy, by the way, congratulations on the award tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Must be a big honor. Anyone you want to thank? Or?
Oh, absolutely. Well, first of all, my cousin Tony. Big shout out to him, and then Rob Shepard, who's the program director, Mark Russell, one of the teachers, and Victoria Chow, also one of the teachers, and of course Claudia. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here.
Okay, Claudia, how can anyone else get involved? Other organizations or employers?
Right. So actually, the classes that JP Fuji Group runs with, in their case, the Quincy Asian Resources, those are funded by the Department of Ed, and so there are resources available, and also through the state's Workforce Training Fund, there are resources available to offer these classes. So either on the labor side or on the education side, and if businesses are interested, they can reach out to those funding or to us at English for New Bostonians.
And very quickly, Jimmy, for those who haven't had the pleasure of visiting one of your restaurants, I guess, how would you describe the experience very quickly?
Clean, great food, great service.
Okay, all right. Jimmy Liang and Claudia Green, thank you both for coming in, and keep up the good work teaching everyone how to speak English.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, coming up next, we'll take a look at Boston's real estate market with Lamakia Real Estate right here on Urban Update. We'll be right back.